Hello and welcome to episode 159 of Naija's Geeking Out, your favorite comic book podcast with a Naija twist. We're back again, everyone. Yes,
Whoop, whoop.
and full house today. Everybody's here again today. Let's start off with Red. Red, how you doing?
I'm feeling good, but it looks like somebody's going to be gloating a lot today, so we'll
Oh
be here.
yeah, yeah,
Let's see.
yeah.
It's not,
Look at his
it's
face.
not, it's not looking good. And they still haven't answered my question, by the way, which means we're going to bring it on.
Ah,
They're gonna go on record. All you had to do was answer before we. All you had to do was answer before we started recording. So
today we just keep
Mm.
laughing. So just keep laughing. You won't answer. You can't pin him down. Today, how you doing, man?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good.
It's a
Unlike
very
some
quiet week for
people,
you.
yeah, very quiet week for
Very
me.
quiet
I
week.
mean,
All good?
we
what
don't
happened?
we
All
don't
good in the
gloat
unit?
we don't gloat over the failures of our enemies. We are just calm. Like we wish them good success. We feel their pain. We understand what they are going through right now.
Ah,
It's
no,
not a very good
it's not
thing
a
to
new
go
thing.
through.
It's not a new thing for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are there to offer you some comfort, some tips on how to
Okay.
get through this if you
Yeah.
need it. Yeah.
It's not your
It can
fault.
be a trying times, yeah.
That well, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. You know, it's one of those weeks. Lots of content to get through, so I'm looking forward to
Well,
this episode.
yeah, it's been a
Actually,
very juicy week, honestly. Every time
yeah,
something dropped, I was so happy. There's even some stuff that we couldn't put on here. We're like, okay,
yeah.
you know what? Let's just go with what we've got. So this week, what we've got: casting news, casting rumors, trailer talk, TV talk, yeah, and more TV talk. Yes. So let's jump right into. I want to talk about casting rumors this week. And this is one movie that it feels like every other month there's one new. Oh, it's going to be this guy, or it's going to be this guy, or it's going to be this person, or it's going to be this guy is going to play Johnny Storm, and this person is going to play. Yeah. Yes,
Yep.
Red. Did you want to say something?
No, continue,
It
continue.
feels like okay, yeah. And this week we got a really hot. Honestly, this feels like a fact. Um, because Hollywood Reporter was saying this. Well, I don't know, guys. Yes, you're right. You're right, Red. We'll talk about that one as well. But there is a rumor slash fact slash confirmed casting for Reed Richards, and it is Pedro Pascal. So Pedro Pascal, who's been the Mandalorian, who's been Jor-El in The Last of Us, who was is it Tyrell Oberton Tyrell, or was his name in Game of Thrones? So
Then
he
Oberon.
apparently, yeah, Oberon, yes, I said Oberton.
Then it was also
Oberon
it was
Tyrell.
also it was also in Wonder Woman 84.
Yes,
We don't
thank you,
talk
man,
about
for
that.
Lord.
We
Oh
don't talk
no,
about that.
It never happened.
I just
That
shed
never
here too.
happened. That
That
never
never happened.
happened.
That was a
Okay.
fever
Yeah.
dream, a mass fever dream by everybody in the world.
Yeah, and it was
Um,
wished away, so yeah, let's continue.
yes, so it's all gone. It never happened. So yeah, so we're hearing strong rumors of this. Like several sources have actually carried this. Today, what are your thoughts on Pedro Pascal
Like,
as Reed
no,
Richards?
no.
Why?
Hollywood
Why?
has seemed to fan cast him as the father figure. And I'm like, I'm tired of seeing he's a fantastic actor, no doubt, but I'm tired
He
of seeing him
is.
playing this same role over and over again. Like,
Mm,
let someone else do it, please.
mm.
It's like
Okay.
casting Tom Cruise for every action movie ever made and
Yes,
saying, yes, it's the one guy to do it. No, there are other people that can act similar roles.
this is true.
Yeah.
Do we think now when we talk about the father figure here? When you say the father figure, do we think that he is? Do you mean the father to his biological children, or the father to the four of them?
Not to the biological children, obviously. That's what they're going for.
Why you say?
If you're
So calm down.
casting
Wait. Why?
if you are casting Pedro Pascal as Mr.
Yes.
Fantastic, it's
Yes.
because you are bringing the two kids in. Otherwise, there's no point. I don't see you casting Pedro Pascal to be the what's this thing called as a brand new Fantastic Four member at the
Okay.
beginning of this journey. It
Okay.
just doesn't. I don't know. And this is me being
Okay.
this is me now typecasting him and accusing Marvel of typecasting.
Okay.
So yes.
Um. Yeah. That. Well, what are your thoughts on Pedro Pascal as
I want
Doctor
to I want
Reed?
to I want to copy and paste what Tunde said, and then just repeat it exactly to this feeling. Please, let's get somebody else. He's been too front and center of most of our geek shows over the last couple of years.
So you think he's overexposed?
Yeah, he's overexposed, and I'm just tired of him. Plus, even though he's a great actor, it doesn't excite me now when I hear that he's Reed Richards. It doesn't excite me at all. And that kind of annoys me. And especially since we had somebody that we all liked, even though he was put in a very rubbish 3 minutes as Reed Richards.
Yep.
Yeah, so bottom line is I'm not happy about this at all.
Okay.
And also it's something that I think Marvel now, MCU, when it started, made stars. It seems we've moved totally away from that now. They go for these established big names. Who a lot of them won't even want to commit to God knows how many films. Yeah. Why can't they go back to just bringing up good actors, fresh, and bringing them in? I don't know. Sorry, I know I'm like a downer on this one, but yeah, I'm not happy.
Okay. Red, Pedro Pascal. So we've got 2 days. Yeah.
Oh no, so I'm not tired of him as an actor. He could go somewhere else and do what he wants. I'll watch him. I don't see this. I just looks like Marvel has chosen their hill to die on. But he's not. I don't see how it works. I don't like it. But beyond me not liking it, let's take my feelings apart. I don't see it working. As in, he's not. He's just not him. He's not.
Okay.
I don't know.
So 3 days. Okay. Are you a maybe or a nay, Red?
No, I'm a nay. I hate the casting.
Yes. I think I'm going to echo your sentiment. Literally, I hate this casting. I cannot stand it. I love Pedro Pascal. I think he's an amazing actor. I would love to see him in more things. I would like to see him in a Marvel role, but not in this. He doesn't look anything at all like any Reed Richards that I've seen thus far. Reed Richards is always tall. Pedro Pascal is probably 5'10", 5'9". I was probably most excited about. I mean, everybody wanted. What's Jim's name? Albert, what's his name? John Krasinski. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody wants John Krasinski. Yeah. So we'd love to have him. If not, I wouldn't have minded. Is it Matt Turner? What's his name? Doctor Who. Morbius. Matt Smith. Yes.
Yeah,
I think Matt Smith has a very Reed Richards look as well, with the long face and the whole gaunt, thin body. I could go for that, with the hair, and he has a very aloof, absent-minded look as well that could pull Reed off. This doesn't work for me on so many levels. Reed looks nothing. This guy looks nothing like Reed Richards. Reed Richards is brown-haired. I just think there's so many things that this is forcing a square peg into a round hole. We're going to need someone who. This goes back to something. I also don't want someone who's particularly old, I'll be honest. Maybe mid-30s. If we want to bring the kids in, they have to be really young. I don't want someone who is already in his early 40s to take this and then run for how long? Maybe that means we're going to have to do 10 films very quickly. Yeah, sorry. Right?
We don't think they're going for an origin story, right?
No. By casting them,
I would like an origin story. I would like an origin story. I would like to get to know them before the kids come into the picture. That's me personally. I don't know what they're going to do, but I would just like them to have a dynamic before the kids come in. It might not even be an origin story, but just give us something. Let us see the birth of the Fantastic Four. Let us see the birth of Franklin, and what it does to the universe. Does the Silver Surfer, does Norrin Rad turn up at his birth? I don't know, but I'm not encouraged. But yeah, so that's 4. It sounds like very strong nays. Now, another rumor here is this one is a voice one, and this is for Galactus. So we've heard here that Javier Bardem is being considered for the voice of Galactus. Somebody tell me Galactus's real name before he
Galantar.
Tyler. Oh, Gallant. Oh, no.
I call him
Gallon.
Gallon of Tar.
Of Tar,
Yes.
yeah.
Gallon something. Okay, Gallon Tar. Okay, yes. Yeah. So Javier Bardem as Gallon here. So I'll start with Red. I'll go the other way around now. Red.
Now,
Thoughts?
this one I don't mind. I think since you can, it's probably voice work, probably, and he's earned his acting chops. I believe he can pull it off. I don't mind. I think it's great casting.
Okay. Going back that more.
Yeah, this one I'm on board with. I don't mind this at all. I think he can do a great voice acting job for this, and also because he's voice acting as well, I can see them bringing him back multiple times to do this because it won't take too much effort for him just to lay down some voice tracks. Yeah, I'm on board for this.
Okay. Today.
I don't care. You can literally put anybody as a voice actor for that particular role, and I don't care because it's just to act with the gravelly voice and pull it off. Almost any actor worth their salt can pull that off. I think, on the other hand, it might be a missed opportunity to have him cast in another role in MCU, but hopefully DC snatches him up.
That is part of the plot. That's what Cloth will give him this job, so he doesn't appear anywhere else.
lock him into the MCU.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of this. Not a fan of
Okay.
this. I like Javier
Why
Bardem.
not?
I think he's a good actor. Javier Bardem has a little bit of an accent, which is not a bad thing because, like I said, Galactus is not from Earth or any particular country,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
he can have an alien accent. But I think there are people who have more iconic, better voices. That I would.
Mr. James
Yeah,
Earl
I mean, I'm
Jones.
not trying to be
That man
rude,
is
but
the man is what? He's
if I-
92.
sorry.
He's 92.
Yeah.
James Earl
No.
Jones.
No. So I put forward James Earl Jones, and you said he's old. Like, okay,
Yeah.
92-year-olds need to eat, but let's if we can't lock him for long. But I mentioned David Haywood as well, or David Haywood, and what was the other one? The other guy, Dennis Hartwood,
Iceberg.
Haysberg. Oh,
Haysberg,
Haysbrook. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, two black guys, one English, one American, both with for me, very powerful voices. And I also said we could have used Jeffrey Wright instead of Watu, instead of him playing Watu. Those are people that when they speak, I really, really enjoy listening to them. Javier Bardem is not someone that if you read an audio book, I would be like, I don't. He has a cool voice, but nothing spectacular. It's okay, but it's just, yeah, it just doesn't quite hit that my expectation.
for
But
you.
fine, it is, yeah,
Okay.
it is fine. We have one more Fantastic Four casting rumor, and Red. This is Doctor Doom, and I believe Mads Mikkelsen. I heard that they were speaking to Mads Mikkelsen about playing Victor Von Doom. That way, you're rubbing your eyes.
No.
At which part? Okay, good. Okay. Now, Mads Mikkelsen has played Caecilius before in the MCU already.
Correct.
A role in which he was severely wasted. He was good, but it was still a wasted, slightly generic role. But now they've got him potentially coming back as Victor Von Doom. A bit old, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, that's
A bit old.
that's a concern of mine, the age.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
but
Matt
if
is what, 54? Maybe?
yeah, but if Tony is right, and they go for another version of the characters, an established version with kids, then maybe that's why they're going for this age as a Doom as well. Because I would expect Doom to be the same age as around Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're peers,
But-
yeah.
Yes.
I think already Doom
57.
is one of those characters that
Yeah.
I don't mind him being old. I mean, he's wearing a mask and he's not a very physical character in the first place.
Yeah,
If
but no,
not-
no, but in terms of, I think we will see his face. Trust me, when they cast him like Mickelson,
Mad, yeah.
they're gonna make sure we see his.
Yeah.
They're gonna make
Yeah,
sure we
but-
see his face.
Even then, I'm saying that for someone like Doom, it doesn't really matter
But if we're talking,
whether he's old or young because he's not going to be doing a lot of action. Doom is
No.
not the kind of
It-
physically active guy.
The issue is not this is not the action. The issue is if he's old, and then
Yeah.
they try to mirror that with Reed, then you get an old Reed, and then we're back in the territory of, oh, Is this a new
Are
Fantastic Four?
we going into a new phase? How long can we have them for?
Are we
I
sure?
mean,
Are we sure that? Are we
if
sure
not,
that we're going to have the same? Are we sure they're going to be the same age? Are we sure they're going to be pairs?
yeah,
Maybe
they can
At
always
this
switch that
point, they
relationship up.
do
They can make
so
him a
much.
mentor
Yeah.
figure.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They could.
Reed might have been a TA to Victor in college. Yeah, there's like
That's
so
the
many
point.
changes that they're doing now. He's 57, by the way. I did a quick Google search. But how many movies can we get up until I don't know? Sorry.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, how many movies can we get with? Because I don't want a one and done. I don't. If they do that, they can just fuck right off. If they're going to just make him one generic villain in one movie and he will disappear, then I'm done. Like, I want someone who has a thread of longevity in this.
Yeah.
You know,
Even if that movie Secret was.
in one movie, no, today I don't want it.
Okay.
No.
And it also shows. I hate to be the person to say this because I normally fight against people saying this, but it does seem to. There's a tendency recently for Marvel to move away from what was successful in the first place. Cast people who look like the character. Cast people who are not as famous. You know, it's like they're going the opposite routes.
That's what I said about they've chosen the hill they want to die on. It's as if it's an intentional.
It might be, but are we where are they learning these lessons from? I don't know.
I think there's a tone deafness to it that's going on. But
and it also depends on what are the plans of FF. Is FF meant to be like, okay, in the first 3 phases or 4 phases of MCU, the Avengers was the tentpole movies generally.
Yeah.
Okay. Going forward, would that remain? Would the X-Men be tentpole movies? Is FF meant to be?
I think it's X-Men.
It's X-Men.
I think it's X-Men. I'm not saying that.
Okay. You're thinking. Okay.
Marvel is now where DC was at the start of DCEU.
No.
Please. No, let me explain where
I get you, but I
yeah, they have no, I'm saying that they have a lot of expectations on their backs.
Yeah.
The expectations is forcing them to do things that take less risks than they usually take. At first, nobody cared who they casted because, well, it's basically a new studio, and now they have to take care of shareholder dollars and all of that. So they need these things to be successful from the get-go. Yeah, exactly. So they need to put in all these stars and all this effort and all of that, and which, like you said, is going to hamper their long-term success. So I wish them all the best in navigating this.
Yeah, you make a really good point because it's being a victim of your own success. Where you've hit $1 billion, maybe 4 times now, and now it's almost the threshold is if it doesn't make 750, it's a loss.
It's a failure.
I don't want to hear. It's a failure. That's true. So they can't even afford. Like I hate to speak for them, but to your point today, they can't even afford to go with a $150 million movie as for Fantastic Four. Like, let's keep the costs low. Let's focus on relationships and such. But they almost inevitably have to build up to one big CGI fest at the end that nobody really cares. They're probably like in the negative zone fighting Annihilus or something, and nobody really gives
and if you notice, even when they cast Unknown, they did a lot of hype, trying to build him up in audience hype before with Jonathan Majors. They had to do a lot of publicity for him, whereas before it will be until you see him in the movie that you know who the bad guy is going to be. Yeah,
true. Because man, it's crazy, but it's true. And there's something that was mentioned about now they're casting people that don't necessarily look like that's what we would expect. With the Eternals, between the Eternals and Shang-Chi, and it just feels like they are drifting away. It's like, let's pick people that are popular and try to
they need to appeal to the mainstream audience now rather than so I wish that it's interesting.
We'll see how well they did with Marvel, right? See when that got them.
No, they didn't. Funny enough, they didn't do that for Marvels, but we'll talk about that a bit later on.
Yeah. Okay. So Mads, yay or nay for Doom, Victor Von Doom? For me, it's a. I like him so much, but it's a nay.
That one I don't care about.
Oh really? about Victor Doom? Oh,
No, as
wow.
in the casting, I think.
Okay.
I think he can pull it off because he
Absolutely.
has that.
I love him. And
He
I think
has
he
that
can.
charisma. He has that charisma and presence to him. I think he can pull it off. So I don't
Right there
mind.
with you. I
Yeah.
think he will. I do think that they could have gotten someone better. I'm just annoyed at myself that I can't think of someone. But I just feel,
Yeah, but this is where their job is. They need to find somebody. Don't get me wrong. I like Mad, and I'm 50-50 on this because I know if he goes in there and gives his
oh, it's
all,
gonna smash it. Yeah.
it'd be awesome. At the same time, I don't know what his feeling is towards the material. He might just go there as a payday, and with his age, I would have preferred somebody brand new who's really really good, just like Mad level good. And then we get somebody new, and we get an awesome Doctor Doom. And remember, we've had 2 Dooms. Is it 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had 2 Dooms already, which none of them were really good.
Sorry, who were the 2 Dooms? I remember the first one in the Fantastic Four movie with Fox. Who was the second one?
That's the one Rise of Silver Surfer, right? Those.
Yeah.
And there was the
Juliet,
one in
the one in this guy's
with Michael B. Jordan's
with
movie.
Michael B. Jordan. I can't even remember who did that.
Toby Kebbell.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's how much I remember that movie.
Moving on swiftly. So right, we've talked about rumors. Now let's talk about one last rumor before we move on. This is a big one, a heavy one. This person has voiced one comic book character that we're absolutely loving on TV right now, and we've been told that he could potentially be playing the Sentry in the MCU. I think they're talking about specifically in either the Captain America movie or the Thunderbolts. All right, I'm talking about Steven Yeun. He played Glenn, I believe, in what's that zombie thing? Walking Dead. Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So he's been in The Walking Dead. He has been in Invincible. And now he's potentially going to be in the MCU as the Sentry. Now, for those who don't know, the Sentry is like, my default to say Superman-like figure, but not really.
Mad Superman.
A mad, yes, a super mad Superman. Who, what do they say? Like, this is like he's as powerful as 1,000 exploding suns or something like this.
10,000 exploding suns. Yeah.
Yes.
Something
super strength, super fast, super exactly. Fires lasers from his eyes, but he's deranged. So I think in his alter ego, he's like called Bob something.
The Void. Bob.
Bob. I actually think it's Bob Reynolds. Oh my God, where am I pulling this from?
I think you might be right.
And then he can change into this Shazam-like figure. Looks not Asian at all. Blonde.
He looks like a bit of a crossover between Thor and Superman.
Oh,
in a way.
You know what? Well said. Okay, I have nothing more further to add. That is exactly how he looks. Nothing like what Steven Yeun looks like. So this is somebody help me out here.
Right. So this out of all of them, it's the strangest one for me, and yet at the same time, it's the one I hesitate to be nay about.
Yeah.
For some weird reason. Sorry?
I'm kind of intrigued.
Yes. So I think that's the best. I'm thinking, maybe they're going for thinking, and I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna be down on this. It could be a nice little twist. So I'm not so that, and such as one of those figures where he's not that he's big enough to be recognized by most people now, but it was only big enough for a certain small period of time. So it's not like you're really upsetting too many. Well, I guess some Century fanboys there with this casting. So I'm almost saying, all right, let's see what you go. So out of everything we've been talking about so far, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I want to allow these experiments. I want to allow it.
Yeah. Okay. I think spot on, same place with you, but today.
No, I don't. I don't like it.
Can I?
Why? Yeah.
They're not going to make him the biggest, the swole. He's just going to be a regular guy.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. The Sentry I like, and this is based on the comics I read, It's the sentry that comes back out of after his planet has been destroyed. So he comes to join the Avengers after the planet has been destroyed. So he has this very contemplative, Superman strong-like figure in where quiet and everything, stoic. So that was the sentry I was introduced to before I went to check his backstory. I realized I didn't care for him before then. And I cared yeah. And this is the version I like where it's like you can feel the tragedy on his face, and this is the man carrying the weight of failure.
Okay, so you're talking about Sentry, not Hyperion, because it feels like this
Oh
is...
shit, I'm talking about Hyperion actually. Not
Okay,
Sentry.
you're talking about Hyperion.
I'm mixing Hyperion and Sentry. Okay, then I don't care about it.
Okay.
Then I don't care about it. I'm mixing Hyperion and Sentry.
And so there is a version of Sentry where is so yeah. There's a version of Sentry where what you describe bulky Superman type, big S on his front of skin. But there's also a version of Sentry where it's not so bulky. It still has a power, and it almost seemed like a troubled, very clearly troubled.
Oh yeah, this guy's crazy.
He was a psych. He's a psych ward candidate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, then I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about the character.
I'm just gonna say it
no.
straight. I hate this one even more than I hate
Pedro Pascal.
which was our Pedro Pascal casting.
Okay.
I will eat my words if it turns out good, but right now I don't see it. No.
So the part of the challenge with casting the sentries, I honestly, this guy's probably bigger than Superman, physically more imposing than Superman. So it's hard to cast that kind of role for someone who is a natural actor. Not that he's someone who's like a stuntman or a bodybuilder who now moved into transition into acting. Physically, I think it was always going to be a struggle to get someone to match that body type. So they probably decided to go the opposites and just say, look, we're going to get an everyday man who has got the...
Really?
I bet you this guy's not...
Jack Reacher. That's
so
simple.
One sec, today. I honestly, that is Alan Richardson is the only
that's
person
that's Sentry
who I can think can act as Sentry.
Yeah, he looks like
that's
the guy
genuinely. But yeah. But one thing I was also thinking is when he's
The Rock.
No.
Of ages of Gibraltar.
He wants to trigger you.
Don't even. Honestly, I might edit this podcast to remove it. I do not want to put this out there in the ether, just in case.
He has it and come for a hierarchy change.
So Alan Richardson is someone who genuinely could play this, but the thing is, when this guy is in his human form, I'm doing air quotes here, he's so slight. Are you going to use CG to make him smaller? Are you going to use CG to bulk up whoever is? You can just make him like it's. We're living in a universe anyway where all these impossible things are happening, and I don't think the Sentry is going to last beyond the TV show or the movie that he appears in. He's not going to reappear.
Alan Richardson should simply be Gargana. That's it, and go and be Gargana and leave it.
Fair.
I think and get a good.
I like him.
He will own that easily.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got that. What says a strong maybe? I'm a strong maybe. 2 days don't care. Does not like at all. I don't understand. The thing is, he's just such a good actor that I think he can act that troubled.
Yeah.
Like Well, you're right. It isn't. Right. So from oh my god, we've got one more. It's been a busy week. Okay. Maria Gabriela de Faria.
You got two more.
Know who this is?
You got two more. You skipped one as well.
Are you joking? No. Yeah. Oh wow! You're right. I still have one more. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, now let's go.
/Wild
it's a casting we actually like. Yeah, continue.
Yes. Okay. So Maria Gabriela de Faria playing the engineer on this is confirmed on Superman Legacy. So the engineer is one of the authority, right? She's sort of the Jocasta type character, Jocasta from the Avengers. Sorry, it feels like you guys are giving me a blank look.
Yeah, because I don't agree with that. That's an android.
Enough.
Okay, fair enough. I was thinking more in terms of looks. Anyway, she's almost.
Yeah. I get you. I hear you.
Yeah. What do we think about this?
I like the idea.
We have an authority movie coming out, right?
Yes.
So they're building
Mhm.
it. Yes. I'm liking the idea that she's in this film. I liking the idea that, and I think that's been debunked already, that it was announced as a villain in the film. Because immediately I saw that news, immediately I thought, I see what they're doing here. She's going to be a misunderstood character, probably have conflict with Superman, and then Superman will use empathy, and and she will not be a villain in the end of the film. That was my first take instantly. But straight away, I think somebody's already announced that no, she's not a villain at all.
Gon cancelled that immediately.
Yeah.
He went on Trent and said, nope, he's not doing that. And I like what he's talking about with this movie. He's playing like, okay, these are heroes with completely different sensibilities of black and white, different morality. There are more shades of grey than clear black and white. And you are using them to contrast against a pure gold Superman. And that is perfect.
And which is what immediately says villain, that was my feeling that, it's going to be a conflict. She's going to be in conflict with Superman over, I guess, how to resolve certain issues. So I'm liking this. I'm liking the fact that she's the engineer. I've looked at the actress. I've only seen one show where she's been in. I didn't mind her in that show. She got the right look for me as well. I'm on board. To be honest, I think I'm more positive about DC and this new coming DCU at the moment than Marvel. I'm very, very happy.
They've been eating that of the park with their casting news.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've had any new casting news from DC so far that we've not been impressed or liked.
I think. Okay, I don't want to. Let me not speak. I think we had a weird. Was it Metamorpho or someone?
Who was that? Yeah, who was that?
The guy with alopecia. Like there was a guy that was. I think he's from. I think it was from that Gotham show or something. He has alopecia.
The guy who played the guy who played the serial killer.
I don't know. I never watched Gotham.
Yeah, what's his name?
Anthony Carrigan.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I take it back. Let's move on.
Let me put it this way. No. To your point, they are not. Yeah. We haven't had a bad casting.
Yes,
they've all been. Either we are happy with it or we are very intrigued and we're like, okay, I want to see where this goes. So nothing like something completely out of left field. It's mostly been like, oh, okay, interesting. Let's see what they do with this. Red, what are your thoughts on the engineer from?
So I don't know the lady. I don't know what she's been in. But I don't mind it. So I think the casting is good. Based on what I see, I like it.
Yeah. So, okay.
But I'm not going by the actress because I don't know her.
Fair. Okay, so last piece of casting news, guys, before we get into today. Oof, it's been a lot. This is another rumor. Kurt Russell is potentially playing Jor-El in the new Superman Legacy. Okay, so thumbs up. Okay, I can see from the corner of the screen that was giving it 2 thumbs up. Red.
I mean, I like it. I just joke that it's coming to kill another world, right?
Today,
I'm all on. Like immediately he told me about it. Okay, it works. I like it. It's perfect for this.
I never thought it before, but the moment I announced it, I thought, God, this is a no-brainer. It's like one of the things. It never occurred to me as a cast, but as soon as I heard it, I went, duh. So I'm on board.
It's in our face on the Apple show right now, so it just sort of gives him some more more credence.
I forgot about that. Actually, that's true.
He kind of looks like Marlon Brando in.
He does.
Doesn't he?
I can imagine him with that hair already.
It's very, very, very. Like the first thing I thought was like, okay, this is very like Marlon Brando in the first Superman. But yeah, I'm happy as Jor-El. So I'm happy with this. We all like he's Kurt Russell is loved far and wide. So let's have it.
Is the only one that we had 4 years? Is this the only one we've had 4 years?
No, we are also about 4 years for engineer as well.
Oh, the engineer.
Okay.
DC, all years.
I'll admit, he's right. Okay, moving on to trailer talk. Wow. So did you want to talk us through
which one?
The Marvel one.
Madam Web. So,
Yes.
girl power, all power trailer.
Is it Marvel or Sony?
It's Marvel, Sony, whatever they're still. I will tar them with the same
No,
brush right now.
let's start creating the
Segmenting them
visions.
properly.
You know what? It's funny. You just said girl power, woman power, and for some weird reason that never occurred to me until you just said it now.
Oh, really?
Honestly,
I
it
missed
never.
it. I missed it.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I didn't. It didn't occur
Okay.
to me until you
I missed it.
mentioned it just now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then that you mentioned it, I thought, oh fuck yeah, of course it is. But it never
I
occurred
didn't
to
see
me.
it. I didn't notice it either.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm surprised you guys didn't notice it, but from the moment they introduced the three ladies as all different versions of Spider-Man, like
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, this is what you guys are going for. Clearly, good,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yep.
So yeah, it stars Dakota Johnson as Madam Web. She's neither old or blind, which is well, she's the young hot version of Madam Web. So yay for that. Hey, I think anyway. She basically gets her powers in this particular. These are origin story where she gets her powers. She's fighting against Ezekiel Sim, who is trying to kill her and some girls, and then she's using her powers to help them escape. And then we find out that all these girls are also variations of Spider people that we've seen in the comics before.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sets up the basic plot of this thing. They are using their powers to fight against
And
Spider.
and we see Ezekiel.
Ezekiel Sims.
Yeah.
This bad guy is, and I'm like, okay, this is it's okay. I'm not as before. I didn't care about this movie at all. Now I'm like, I still don't care about this movie. But now that I know what the movie is going to be about, I'm disappointed that it could have been so much more. If they are not going this obviously route of girl power thing on it, I feel like it's going to be an overly preachy type of movie, and I'm just down here. No.
So I want to start something by saying when this trailer starts, it starts with the song that's like, I don't know who sang this song, like, what do you want from me?
From
What
me.
do you think you do? Now, this song just already reminds me of 50 Shades of Grey or some shit. Like, I'm looking at this Dakota Johnson as well. I'm like, okay, this is that kind of. No, I
That
didn't.
kind of.
My wife watched all three.
And you watch it
So
beside that.
sometimes
But let's
just
continue.
I just
We need
no,
we
I
need to
refuse.
call it. We need to call family meeting for that.
Family meeting, yes, round table.
That's how I know I said so.
No, I didn't, but I know that it has like really popular soundtrack by Beyonce and some other ladies and stuff. So it felt very TV, like a TV movie.
Yes.
Watching it, I just
it
couldn't put
did.
my finger on what
Like
it was.
you and the rest of them. Yes, it did.
Like you, exactly. It just had people were looking too clean. She had like a leather jacket, a trench coat leather jacket on, just stuff that people don't really wear in real life. I don't know, and I was like, you're a paramedic, but I just don't know how this didn't work. There were some parts that I thought were really cool. There were some camera angles when so clearly in this one today, correct me if I'm wrong, but she has visions.
Yeah,
Right?
Clive.
Yeah, she's like clairvoyant. Yeah, so I think they came upon her after she had an accident or something. She's a paramedic trying to rescue someone, falls into water off the bridge, and apparently triggers her powers. That is what we are surmising from the trailer.
Yeah.
There's a part where she's fighting Ezekiel in a cafe or a diner.
And the camera work there was kind of
camera work
nice.
there was cool. Yeah, where he kind of flips on the screen and throws her around. What I find very annoying about Sony is that they so badly want to do a Spider-Man film that they will continuously shoehorn Spider-Man adjacent characters. And what I mean is like this in the comic books. Now, Ezekiel is a character who turns up in the comic books, and he almost acts as a mentor, or I don't want to say father figure, but a mentor to Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Turns out to be bad, and then turns out to be actually good and sacrifices himself. Long story. At no point does he wear a Spider-Man costume. But in this trailer,
okay,
no, he doesn't.
No, I'm talking about the trailer. But continue, yeah.
Oh yeah, but in the trailer he does.
Yeah.
And
and
you know,
it's
down to
terrible. It's terrible.
So
down to the eyes, down to the bug eyes, down to, you know, he's jumping up doing spider poses and stuff. They
People hung on, people hung on the
no,
roof.
on the
so
roof, like
On the ceiling, rather. It was-
I could care less about that than what the plot suggests in the movie.
which is
But it's and I hate being on this side of the argument based on trailers because on this side of the arguments are usually the idiot trolls on YouTube talking trash all the time. But this particular trailer suggests a particular, will I say theme? Because if we are going to do this, and I don't know if it's just me, I would have mixed up the genders of the spider people. Train Ben Riley, train this thing, make it make it bigger, and not a clearly feminist movie because it
So,
cheapens the idea of Spider of Madam Web for me.
so I think there's an issue with the deal they have with Marvel at the moment. I don't think they can
No,
put
but
anybody who's
they,
basically a Spider Man.
no, but they put these guys in what's this thing called in Spider Verse, and Spider Verse is Sony,
Yeah,
so
but
they have access to this.
yeah, but Spider Man is fine. But I think when they do the movies, I don't think they want to throw a Spider Man type character because almost all the variants of Spider Man are called Spider Man. Almost every single one of them are called Spider Man.
Not
So
really, but okay, but then name them different names. Like you put Silk, I
yes,
mean, you can play around with these kind of things.
that's
then
another
you
deal.
you will complain again by the
No,
changing it.
I actually won't complain about. See, if it was Silk
No,
and
wait. Why
Jessica,
why is
wait,
Sid
one
not
sec.
even in this?
No, one
what?
sec. Sorry, today go on.
By
If it was
yourself.
Silk and Jessica, what?
I actually would be more intrigued because I actually care
Yeah,
about those characters.
yeah.
But
I think
I do not care about Matty Franklin. I like
Okay, so
she's a.
it's not their gender then. It's that you think
It's
some
also
characters are more interesting than others. So, but Silk is
no.
female. So
It's a mix of no. It's a mix of both. It's a mix of both. The fact that it's an all female movie suggests a type of movie in my head already. It suggests a Birds of Prey type of movie in my head already. And
so that's you then.
It suggests the
yes, that
Marvels.
is me.
It suggests the
Okay, all right,
Marvels.
okay.
You know, not even that's just me. And I'm saying this knowing fully well which kind of line I follow with the internet crowd that are all idiots and they talk nonsense. But that was the immediate reaction I got watching the particular trailer that mm, you are going for girl power, success movie, fighting the bad guy, fighting patriarchy.
So
Yay.
okay. So my issue with this is one, I keep on forgetting. Kex mentioned something about how this trailer reminds him of a TV series. Every time I watch this, I keep on forgetting it's a movie. Even when we started this, I was going to say how many. I was going to say again how many episodes. Even though you told me this 2 or 3 times, I was going to ask how many episodes. So this, for one of movie with so many characters, I just think this is going to be meh. A lot of these characters actually in the comics, I like them a lot. I like Arachna. I like Julia Capita. I like I
You
like the
do?
old. Yeah, I do.
I like
But I
Julia
don't.
Capita a lot,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. But I don't like the versions I'm seeing here. I think the other one I looked here that I thought I liked, and maybe that's because I saw it in a costume. Was I can never pronounce it. Arachna? Is it? How do you call it?
Arachna.
Arachna. Yeah.
Matty or Anya?
No. Anya. Sorry, yeah, Anya.
Anya, okay.
Oh, yeah. So for me, this is a. I don't think I don't think I'm going to watch this in cinema, which is hard for me to say
Obviously not.
because I've seen all the rest in the cinema. I'm doubting that I will watch this in cinema.
Okay, Red.
Mobius, anyone. So let's just say the Marvels is not going to be the second worst for movie. It's going to be the third because this
No,
is going to be bad.
when is this out?
I don't know.
I
I
think
don't care.
February.
It can be
February next year.
Next year, so
So it's next year. Okay, it's next year.
so we already have the worst movie coming out next year. Worst superhero movie coming out next year already.
So I don't care. I don't like the trailer.
I hated how Ezekiel looked in this. I won't lie. That costume annoyed me.
Yeah, so I mean,
not
I
bad
don't.
costume.
It's okay. Maybe I'm stuck on the. I'm probably stuck on the comic book one because he looks so different in the comic books. He looks tough. He looks formidable. This looks like a generic fine boy, rich guy with beard. I don't know. I don't know.
Like
Yeah,
Upper West Side dwelling.
Thank you.
Kidding.
Exactly. It looks like a preppy guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so strange that even this is what they did with Aaron Taylor Johnson and Craven. Who's supposed to look like a proper hunter, like a man's man. In the comic book media, but on TV they just have to pretty him up, and they have to use this. Someone who's more technical than I would probably know this. Like the way they shoot it is so clean. It doesn't look like it's a real world. It looks like it looks like watching Gossip Girl. The way they clean up.
Oh, it's pristine.
TV shows, it's pristine.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look real, and it really
You
hurts
have,
their
you have
movies.
some references that I'm beginning to question.
Oh,
You
Gossip
made
Girl?
two today. Yeah, you said Gossip
no.
Girl.
I
but
mean,
you said 50 Shades.
No. If you don't know what Gossip Girl looks like, okay, I know what Gossip Girl looks like.
I don't.
I do.
I don't either.
And that's
In
okay.
terms of-
I do. Never
Today,
saw
did
it,
you?
but I can
I
tell you
watched
that
Gossip Girl though, so please don't.
I watched Veronica Mars. I didn't watch Gossip Girl.
Okay.
I watched
Go
Veronica
on.
Mars. I watched Gossip Girl.
Okay,
Let's
go.
continue.
But you get it. It's cleanly shot. I can't put my finger on it.
I can't believe you guys have just dropped our ratings. But these are
Come on, guys.
Maybe you can remove,
We had like
you can remove those references.
I will watch this in the cinema because I still haven't watched Morbius. You guys took that bullet, so I will watch
Nah,
this.
you watch it in the cinema.
Okay,
good.
I didn't watch
this one
Morbius.
for us. Okay.
I'll keep up my streak of avoiding these kinds of movies. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but you saw the Marvels. So what are you talking
No,
about?
it wasn't that. But I like Marvels.
It doesn't matter. It's that bad. Speaking of the Marvels,
quickly moving
do you
on.
want to move to the Marvels now, or should we do our other
Yeah.
trailers first?
Yeah, let's get out of the way. Let's talk about the box office. Please.
Yeah, Marvels is now the second worst box office drop, second week box office drop in history. It's only beaten by Mobius that we were just talking about. This movie had a 79% drop, 74% drop in box office, making only 10 million on a second week domestic. It brings its domestic to 69 million. Yeah, so that's really bad. 65 million and worldwide to 161 million after the second week. I don't think it's getting any better than this. It's now going to be competing with The Flash as the worst movie to come out. Worst superhero movie this year.
There's a holiday this week, so let's see.
It doesn't matter. That drop is not. I don't see it recovering from that drop.
I'm not talking about recovery. Maybe we'll just crawl a little bit more.
Yeah, because worldwide is at 161 million, and it needs to make at least another 100 million globally to reach where The Flash is right now.
Is there any way it hasn't opened yet? It's open everywhere.
I think it's open everywhere.
Hold up. So you're telling me that potentially this movie is going to make less money than The Flash?
Potentially, it's looking like that.
How much did The Flash make?
270.
No, you're joking. That's not possible. Double check.
It's 270 million.
So you're telling me that this movie could make less than 270 million?
Because I think it's going to come out on streaming platforms sooner than later. So that's also going to affect it. And people are just not going to watch it in cinemas. If you have dropped to 10 million in your second week domestically, I mean, there's no other leeway for you to rise. Yeah, there's no remedy for it. Like, it's definitely not going to make. Flash made 108 million domestically. It's definitely not going to make 40 million domestically again in its lifetime. So it's definitely not going to even meet Flash domestically. It might beat it internationally a bit, but I don't see it getting to that to 70 million.
This is tragic. Do you guys think this do you I don't want to say the stigma. I don't want to use the word stigma, but do you think it is worthy of the drop? Or do you think it's a bit harsh? Or do you think it's no, forget, put your feelings aside, but look at the movie as a whole.
Okay. I'm very clear.
comic book movie.
I don't think it's worth the drop at all. I don't think it's worth how bad it's doing. But I'm not surprised by it, if I may say so. And that's because I think the climate is coming to, at the moment now, a lot of comic book movies are getting hammered. If you're not good, you're getting hammered more than you would have 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. You're getting murdered. Blue Beetle got murdered. Flash got murdered. What else came out this year? What else came out this year?
If somebody listens to this, the person will think this is like a true crime podcast. Yeah, they murdered this guy. Yeah, they killed this guy. Okay, go on.
Ant-Man didn't do well either, did it? If I remember correctly.
No, Ant-Man didn't do well at all.
Yeah,
so Ant-Man did horribly. Yeah.
So Ant-Man got caned. I think the only successful film this year, and I might
Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, so, and it didn't even do as well as I would have expected.
So which
isn't it 800?
Yeah, I was expecting over $1 billion for Guardians actually.
So which begs the
question? How much you liked it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, based on how much I liked it. Yeah.
So which begs the question for Daco? Daco, you're saying.
So what I'm saying is
something going on. There's fatigue.
No.
You have to come correct, right?
Yeah. So right now the glow that some superhero films had before, where they're almost untouchable in certain. Oh yeah, if you do a superhero film, you're going to get at least this amount. That glow's gone.
So
especially Marvel and DC have lost it. I mean, I think DC lost it a while back, but I think now it's all superhero films.
So the audience has gotten more sophisticated. They expect more, right?
Yes.
So why are they still churning out rubbish?
Because they've not course corrected yet.
Yes. It's a tanker in the ship. It's a tanker in the ocean, and they're not reacting quick enough to what's going on. The science for this have been there almost a year or two ago.
Exactly. So that's why I'm not willing to forgive them.
I mean, a year or two ago, they were still getting money. Like, they were still making money. So they felt okay.
No, but the signs were there. People were beginning to complain like, this movie is not that.
But think about it. A year or two ago, you could say, okay, this movie is bad. That's why I didn't get that money.
But they were not getting the pass before. I mean, we saw Avengers. Okay, it's great.
Yeah, people were more vocal about, MC has lost it. People were a lot more vocal post Endgame, generally.
Endgame, yes.
Then they'll get one, and then they'll get internal. So, and there's an industry now online. And unfortunately, this is the world we live in. There's some people who feed off failures of these movies. They make money from it. And they'll be talking about, I see it when you go YouTube. Marvel again at it. Marvel will flop. Will this? They'll keep on saying it.
I know them, but I don't.
It's annoying. They take away the joy of eating Marvel movies purely from me.
It's an industry.
Yeah.
Right now, and they make money because negativity.
So
it sells.
Yeah, it sells. Yeah.
No such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
So I think DC is well enough now. It's a good place to take advantage. Okay, now everybody's getting tired of the same brush. If they can come out with good quality movies, and then establish a new rep for James Gunn DC is good, and then people I see a situation where everybody starts flocking to those films, and then Marvel's lost the touch. Marvel's,
I mean, to be fair, both Marvel and DC don't have any movies coming out next year. Marvel has moved all their movies till 2025, except Deadpool, which is Marvel adjacent. But they are both taking a year or two to come correct and set up their standards before we see a new world in 2025. So hopefully they are able to fix their issues before then, and maybe take even more time if they need it. Because right now, like you said, people are very picky about what they want to see in cinemas. If you are not good, you are not going to go and watch them. People are not willing to spend money on going to the cinemas anymore. So maybe by then people will have more disposable income to spend. But right now, it's like cinemas are basically done.
Yeah, and again, this year was we had a crisis, cost of living crisis across most of Europe, I would say.
Across the world.
Across the world, that's well.
Yeah. We're just not crying as much as you guys.
Okay, so it's dropped by what, 78%. Still not seeing this. I'm not even sure I'll watch it when it comes out on Disney Plus.
Kirk, it's not that bad. Just watch and enjoy.
You know what? It'll be
See,
difficult for me to enjoy.
So I just
okay,
saw, I just saw Blue Beetle on Saturday.
What did you think? I didn't hate Blue Beetle at all.
It's not as
What
bad
did
as
you-
Blue
It's like
Beetle.
it's like a TV
Yeah,
movie.
sorry, I
wait,
agree.
No,
I actually agree with
It's
that.
not as bad as Blue Beetle.
It's better than Blue Beetle.
Yes.
Red, what do you think? Is it better than Blue Beetle?
It is. Blue Beetle is quite juvenile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Because
Yeah.
I struggle with the bit where look there are certain things that are very difficult for Blue Beetle because it set that tone. I could understand where it was coming from, but things like
Marvel set that tone.
no, okay, like it does. Kamala's
It
parents being
does.
in space,
No.
it cheapens so much. Like what?
Today, I won't agree with that one. The biggest failure of this film, in my movie, is exactly what will piss off Kex.
Kex.
I'm gonna
The
say,
Fair.
I know.
The randomness of certain scenes. You might think, okay. What the? What's going on now? All of a sudden,
See,
Yeah.
if you go in the mindset of expecting what you watched in the TV show, like this is how random it's going to be, you shouldn't have any major problems with what happens in the movie. I mean, it's so random and so out of the way. Like, they are so obviously stupid things, but it shouldn't piss you off as much as you just rolling your eyes and saying, what is this nonsense? And then waiting for it to end, basically.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Okay. We'll see you on Disney Plus then. Okay, so that is Madam Web out the way. That is the Marvel's box office out the way. Final trailer for today. What If Season 2? This dropped and so much to unpack. 9 episodes.
Yes.
Starting on now. Not only do I love what I've seen thus far, but I love the approach of doing one a day.
So I'm just going to be asking you guys questions.
right? So,
One a day.
Kex, before you continue,
Yeah.
Do you see the upsurge in energy in all of us when you mentioned this trailer?
Yeah.
Everybody, we went from doom and gloom to yeah.
It's exciting, guys. I mean, it looks so good. They start dropping on December 22nd. When I say they start dropping, I mean daily. So we're going to get one on the 2nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th.
We're rounding up the year on the high.
I mean,
9 days. 9 days of 35.
Sorry, are we podcasting every day? Are we going to be podcasting
I
every
want
day?
to. I want to jump every day to commemorate. I mean, this is just like this is unprecedented. Like, have we done this? Has this happened before? It's usually weekly, right? Fortnightly,
Yeah.
not
Either they
daily.
drop everything all at once or weekly, but this
Exactly. Or 3 episodes and then weekly. Like, this is crazy.
It's a great idea as well. Love
It's
is.
amazing. It's a Christmas present.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
it is. It's like Advent. It's
On the
dropping
first day
something
of Christmas, I got my true love sent to me.
Yeah,
Odin fighting
Okay,
against
let's
Shang-Chi.
stop singing.
Guys,
Cut the singing.
whoa.
Cut the
But about the trailer, what is teased in the trailer, I'm so excited. Like each of the episodes we've seen, from the old Avengers to that we opened up where we see the old Ant-Man and what's her name again? Basically.
Yes.
They're fighting against Peter Quill. T'Chaka.
It's T'Chaka, yeah. It's T'Chaka, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was T'Chaka.
It was T'Chaka, wasn't it? Yeah, it wasn't T'Challa, it was T'Chaka.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you said fighting against.
Peter Quill is the little boy. Peter Quill.
Quill is the boy.
He's the boy.
I did not get that. Okay.
Oh, remember that Ego gave him this thing in the previous one?
Now that you mentioned it, it clicked. It clicked.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No wonder he
I
had
saw
that Groot thing in his hand. Okay.
Yes,
that's
and
right.
remember that he in the trailer as well. There's a bit that you see Kurt Russell as Ego.
Yeah, Ego, yeah.
Okay. So that was that kind of clued me in. So that's Peter Quill as well, and it is Marvel is there. Marvel is in the group as well. Sharon Carter was in the group as well.
Because Sharon Carter was standing with Watu at the end, right?
Was it Sharon Carter?
Yeah.
It
was. I saw her.
It was Sharon Carter.
No, today, I think it was Hank Pym, T'Chaka,
Yeah.
Sharon Carter, Marvel,
Yes,
Let's-
my
I
vote
think
was
Ross.
there.
I think Thunderbolt Ross was
let's
there.
not forget Odin showed up.
Ooh.
No,
No,
but
no,
that's a different episode.
That's
That's a
later
different
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
episode.
that was
you're talking different episode.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm just like, oh, so these guys in one multiverse, in one universe, these guys teamed up together, and I'm like, I just want to see the dynamic. How
I'm
that
so
works out.
excited about that.
I'm
Like,
so incredibly excited. So there was also an episode that it looked like there was like a demolition derby kind
Yes,
of Mad Max
yes.
kind of race
Right, yes, yes.
where Gamora was
yeah,
driving and then the
Yeah.
Grandmaster too was driving. I was like,
and
this
Iron
is-
Man was there as well.
And
Oh
Iron Man-
god.
this is so cool. Let me see. I tried to make notes here. We saw Hela.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we saw
Hela
yes.
in her glory. Yes.
Hela walking, and then Odin versus the Shang-Chi's.
Yes.
Walks.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't wait for
That
that.
was-
That looks awesome.
Oh,
This
my
is what I'm
God.
saying. I'm going to be asking questions. Who was Hulk fighting?
I didn't see that. I saw Hawk himself with a
Oh, he
mustache.
just turned
Yeah,
around
but
as
yeah,
Maestro.
he just said-
Yeah, Maestro.
Yeah, it was Maestro, right?
No, that's
Yeah,
not Maestro.
young Maestro. Like
Young
it
Maestro.
wasn't
okay,
white
Maestro's
hair.
bald, right? So, okay.
Because he had the mustache. Yeah. I saw,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know who he's supposed to be fighting. We just saw him turn around. But we saw Odin and the Shang-Chi's. There were two. There was his dad. It looked like there was Wenwu, his father, and
yeah,
somebody else beside him.
We
And
saw
his
this one
mom.
and the mama.
And the
Mom,
mom.
that's the kind of
Oh,
fighting
my
style.
God.
It was
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll do that water style fighting. I saw that as
Oh,
well.
they're about to get a royal beatdown.
Let them feel themselves
Yeah.
out.
We saw the Marvel's 1602 where they were using swords and this thing in the Victorian era to fight. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
I
what
was
was
like,
that?
okay.
It's not somebody using-
I wasn't
yeah,
sure that, but like it
sabers
was.
Yes.
And then we saw the Die Hard episode. That was like the end,
Yeah, that
end
was-
credits.
yeah.
Yeah.
The end thing.
We saw Echo.
With Prodigy.
So Echo.
Right. Well, stop you right there now. Is that Echo
It's Echo.
or
It's
is that
Echo.
Mirage?
Was that Echo Mirage? Which one are you talking
It's
about?
not- It's not Mirage.
The
It's not Mirage.
the Native American.
It's not Echo.
New Mutants.
That's not Echo, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
not
Mirage.
Echo. That's Mirage.
Yeah, that's what I thought
The
as
New
well.
Mutants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
So
first
they're-
saw
That,
Echo.
that
Oh,
Dr. Strange said, I've been waiting for you. I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Native
I-
American episode.
Yes.
Oh, you might be right. I thought it was Echo because
No.
with the Phoenix Force, because you know she has the Phoenix Force now.
Yeah.
So I just-
No, it's not. It's not Mirage. It's, what's her name? Kaori.
Karma.
No,
No.
Kahuri. I'm not sure what her full name, what her superhero name
What does
is.
she do? Who is she?
What did she do?
Where is she?
What's it called?
Not a new mutant.
She is. Oh wow!
Is
I
it Danny
noted this
Moonstar?
down.
Is it
That, yeah,
Moonstar?
yeah,
Danny Moonstar?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's
Danny
what that
Moonstar.
boy is talking about. Too.
Oh, okay. No. I'm talking about the Native American lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Danny
who's
Moonstar is
Moonstar?
Native American. Okay, so who is this Native American person that you're talking about? The
Kahuri.
one that you're thinking
Trying.
is- Where is
Yeah,
she from?
it's a new character.
New character.
Oh, okay.
It's a new character. I'll try and send it to
Is she
you
the one
now.
that's like a Ghost Rider or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one like that as well. She was
Yeah,
in
there's
Doctor
a new
Strange,
character.
and she was in the Doctor Strange comic actually. Weirdly enough,
Oh,
she
was
did-
she?
she did that recently. Yeah,
Yeah, she teamed up, but I didn't know
Yeah,
it was with Doctor Strange. Oh,
Because some news is saying she's not from the comic. She's a brand new character.
okay.
So she is a brand new character for this particular thing. She touches the Tesseract way back when. So yeah.
Ah,
okay. So
Okay,
we're all wrong.
Okay, no,
Yep.
it's good. It's good. This is what we want. We want to talk about this and like pull on knowledge and lore and try to figure out who it is. Nebula.
Yeah.
We saw Nebula.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, we saw Nebula, yeah.
We saw
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nebula caught
caught
the arrow.
arrow. Yes.
Yeah.
We saw evil Doctor Strange. Was
Yeah.
Supreme Strange,
So
what's his name?
Strange Supreme or
Strange Supreme, yeah, something like that.
Where he
Also-
loves that's the scene that underwhelmed me the most. I don't know why. That did not excite me at all.
I think I was least excited. I think I was least excited about
The Derby.
No. Oh, I'm hyped as
Oh,
hell
okay.
for that.
The Christmas one.
Die Hard one. Yeah, the
Die Hard
Christmas
one.
one. It's going to be comedy. So I'm like,
Yeah, oh yeah. And
Let's see what we get.
it's Darcy. That was Darcy,
It's
right?
Darcy and
Yeah,
Hogan. Yeah,
yeah,
it's Darcy and Hogan. Yeah. Did you want to say something, Sunu?
Oh, Goliath. I'm going back to the some breakdowns. Yeah,
black
it was
guy there. I was like,
it
who is
was
this black dude?
Goliath. Yeah, it was Goliath. Yeah, so
Where was that?
we're going to be
Where
seeing
was
Oh
him
my
there
god. Lawrence
in the
Fishburne
opening of the
Goliath.
trailer.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Voiced by the same actor.
now that I'm not sure of,
I don't know. I don't know if
but I
anybody's
think
voice.
they've been trying to voice them, so I don't know. We
They're
really
trying to
don't
get
know.
them. It sounded like Jeff Goldblum for Grandmaster. It feels like they're
Yeah.
trying to get them, but sometimes they don't.
Because it
Yeah.
was this guy? What's his name? I always forget his name. Lawrence
Lawrence Fishburne.
Fishburne. Yeah. Okay. He should be able to get him. He should be able to get him.
You know what I thought that was? I thought it was T'Chaka and T'Challa because I saw a black guy and I was like, who's this black? Oh, we saw Killmonger. We saw Killmonger.
Oh yeah, we did.
We saw Killmonger. We saw Thor through Mjolnir and like.
Oh
I
yes.
saw
Oh yeah.
Thor. Yeah, but I didn't. Why did I say
Yeah.
Killmonger?
Oh,
I think
Killmonger wore he did
his
the
face,
nano
yeah,
thing and
yeah,
he
yeah.
came up the gold jaguar thing that he wears.
And I like the fact that Thor threw his hammer at the ground.
And did he
Yeah.
throw it at the ground or he threw it and then he created like a
It created it scraped
like
the
a-
ground. No.
Yeah, he scraped the ground. He
Yeah.
scraped the ground
Yeah.
with it to
Yeah.
create. I think maybe he didn't want to harm them too much, or something. I'm guessing.
I'm so excited, guys. I mean,
This
is
is
amazing.
a I'm hyped for
Yeah.
this particular show. Like
We
this
are
is
going
what
to
gets.
do our unprecedented
Yeah,
one a day.
yeah. I like it. This one was no reservations, no holding back. I loved it.
Yeah. Really good trailer. Don't show us anything else.
Yes.
Don't show us anything
I wanna-
again.
Well,
I won't watch any other trailer until
We've got a month. Yeah, almost exactly a month to go.
See,
True.
this is what Geeking Out is supposed to be about. Like we gather together and we talk about things we love and we're excited about it. DC, Marvel, get your acts together. Give us things like this where we are visibly excited to watch it.
Marvel is still listening.
Yeah.
So
It's been a-
I
long
think they need to take a break, regroup. The problem I have is Disney being such a big corporate. Would they be able to hit the brakes or something that they think, oh, actually, you guys should be pumping? Or would they just keep on changing that? Just keep on changing, But yeah, hopefully.
How are you gonna pay those bonuses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Okay.
It's difficult. Okay. Right. So that's it for casting talk, trailer talk. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to delete it now. Invincible season 2, episode 3. Who wants to take this one? Because I can't remember when
I'll take it quickly. It's a series of short stories, just jumping around different characters, exploring the Invisible universe, basically trying to explore more characters in depth. We see Mark Grayson and Amber settling into college, and then we jump quickly to Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
reporting about migration to the council. We meet the council members. We learn there's a traitor on the council. We explore more of Alan's personal life. And yeah, so quickly from there, we jump to the mom who is attending Superhero Anonymous. And she meets she meets a she had a very interesting experience there because even then she's not welcome there. And I think I'll touch on that quickly. That guy is an asshole. I don't care if you are. No, not Cecile. She met a guy there who also lost a partner to Omniman's attack.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. But I saw that coming right away.
Yeah, I saw it come. I'm like, you could have done. Like, it's too obvious to go that route, but okay. And then we jump back to the epic beatdown of what's this thing of Alan.
Yeah. So for me, this was an Alan episode. I know you said this, but to me, this was an Alan episode because we got a quick.
We got more information around his own
storyline and about this whole galactic council, and then why is Alan able to at least hang battle-wise with these people? We get some explanation beyond that. I actually like this episode. I like Alan, and then I like the little alien life, spice of alien life, because he had this other alien girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was disgusted by what he was eating, why she was eating brains that was eating his food at the same time. That was quite a funny visual gag. But I like Alan. I like Alan in the comics. Yes. I'm liking Alan in the show as well, and so I kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed this a lot more than I did the last episode, if I'm being honest.
This seems to move the plot forward a lot more than the last episode. I was just holding hands, but this moved the plot a lot forward. We are seeing like development everywhere in terms of story. Concerning Alan, the epic beatdown he received at the end, I'm like, I don't know. It felt
too much.
Not too much, too little. And I don't know if it's
It's a bit harsh.
That's a bit hard. They ripped all his limbs off and everything.
I know. I know. And I know I feel bad for saying that, but like I didn't feel the brutality, and maybe I'm already desensitized and I know what's coming, but I didn't feel the brutality as much. So I don't know if it was just me or and I'm well like that, or it was something general for everybody.
I understand where you're coming from, but I suspect that it had to do with the lack of sound. So because they were fighting in the vacuum of space, we heard little spush and all of that stuff. It actually those guttural sounds or visceral sounds actually help to help the effect, when they're doing something. But because it was in space, it felt very muted. That's the word I'm looking for. So I felt the same that you're saying today. It didn't hit as hard, and I was glad for that because I was like, oh gosh, this is
they beat the guy
and
it was too much 3-on-1.
Yeah, he can't fight one. It's and it just
it's now 3 of you. Like that's just bullying.
It is. They
Why did he run away?
He can't fly faster than
it's like having a 13-year-old fight you like a regular 13-year-old, not one that is on steroids. You will beat him now. So they even go so far as to show that look, this is the peak epitome. This is our super soldier meets winter soldier meets this thing. He couldn't fight one. Viltrumite sweaty. So they just made him an ambassador that just start flying around.
It's funny. When I was watching that scene, do you know what it reminded me of?
Well,
Thor in MCU. And for one reason only, I think I might have said this on the podcast before that I think Thor's superpower in the MCU generally is super endurance more than anything else. It keeps on. It can take a licking, and it seems like Alan's superpower is not actually being super strong. It's being able to take as much beating as humanly possible.
I believe that. I believe that. I believe that because because he's not particularly strong. Yeah.
No, he's strong. You can remove the Viltrumite. There's nobody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can't because the Viltrumites are a whole race of people.
I mean, they were ripping his hand off, ripping his leg off. Did he even bloody any of them? Did he bloody any of them?
How can he? He didn't even stain their white. Like he didn't stain their white.
Were you surprised about who the mole was? It's kind of telegraphed. Like it was quite obvious that it was the leader of the council.
No, I don't think that's the mole.
Oh, the guy
I don't.
Okay, go on.
I don't want to get into comic spoilers because I'm speaking from comic book knowledge.
I will say this: I do not remember. I realize now that I remember very little about them.
So I'm going to. I think I already spoiled a bit by saying it's not the mole.
Was it his girl?
So
that's what I first thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was his girl, and then I thought it was the man. No, sorry. No. So I've spoiled a bit by saying it's not the mole, but I won't spoil anymore because there are a lot of huge spoilers around what is happening in that particular scene. So I'll move on from that.
That's fine.
Gotcha. Okay. What else? And then we see Mark at the very end come face to face with his father on planet.
Oh,
Alex.
Right.
Alex?
Yes.
Okay, so I missed this episode. I'm not
And
you haven't seen it.
Now, once I realized we're getting to that particular scene, I realized what the next episode is going to be about.
Exactly.
And I am so excited for that episode.
No spoilers.
And I understand why that episode is going to be the end of the season for this year.
Yes.
But I am so bloody excited for this Friday's episode. Like it's going to be epic.
As soon as I saw the creature,
yeah,
I went, "What? That's." And then my mom went, "Oh, okay, we're getting this.
Okay, we're getting there now."
Yes. Yeah. So for listeners, we don't want to spoil it for you because it's a big reveal. And it looks like you're going to get that reveal in the next episode.
But we saw the father already, so you should know what's coming.
No, they will know what's coming and what we're talking about.
Yeah, if
They
we're
won't know
thinking
that.
about the same thing, they wouldn't
Yeah,
expect
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
yes.
Was the SOS group, were they in the comic books? I don't remember them.
SOS.
No, they were not.
The card, the
So
ones that gave cards to
Superhero Anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't remember.
So
That.
it's an expansion of the storyline. In the comic book, she just meets with the psychologist alone. So it's a one-on-one meetup. I think this is just expanded to give her a bit more storyline. And
Okay. Something to do.
yeah, and introduce how alone she feels compared to
Yeah.
the pain every other person is feeling. So
Yeah. It's a
yeah,
lot because you can't actually share it with a lot of people or anyone really to
yeah,
say, okay, well, this is why I'm so depressed. This is what
Yeah.
happened. It's lonely. It's lonely.
it's very. But
It's
like, I
lonely at the top. It's lonely.
someone to
what
tell
was
that
that?
one to stop singing.
What was that?
We don't
All
do
right.
that. We don't do that here.
Yeah, because I was really hoping they were going to flip that storyline on his head because Invincible has been known for flipping this kind of things, playing with expectations a bit. Because going this route where the guy turns out to be a jerk, like,
Well,
well,
I don't think he's a jerk. I think that's a natural
I,
reaction.
I don't,
I think she was
I don't
stupid.
know.
I think she was stupid for even saying that. To be honest, I blame
I
her.
don't know.
If you tell me that, oh, your husband killed my wife. No, I'm not
I
having
mean,
that.
I have two things.
I mean,
I agree with both of you and I disagree with both of you because I think it's a very natural response to being told that your spouse was the one that killed not only all these people in the world, but also
Yeah.
my partner brutally murdered. It's a
Yes.
lot.
and then
It's a
told you
knee
you're
jerk.
just a thing.
Yeah, it's a knee jerk reaction for the guy to
Yeah.
tell her, "Don't come back. I don't want to see you again." It's like God forbid, one gets confronted with the what's that thing called? Like the maybe one's partner gets killed by a drunk driver, and then you meet that drunk driver's sister or something
family.
somewhere, and the
Yeah.
person is
I-
crying and
I-
realize like, why are you crying?
Yeah. Yeah. She's also that is it. She's also acting all sad
Yeah,
about
why
her
are you crying?
own. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's even more triggering to that kind of person.
It's
Fair
like
enough.
your grief is not the same as mine. Don't even come to where the rest of us are. We have a legitimate reason to
Yeah.
grieve. But also that I can understand why she would have shared that. The woman is just so incredibly lonely. She's
I mean,
at the end of her rope.
That
Like
again, again.
the bit where last episode, 2 episodes ago, where she's fighting with a cupboard door because it won't shut.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
she's just like frustration won't kill her. And I don't think she really has a job. I think she's like a real estate agent or she's trying to sell the house.
Yeah.
Then that woman is going through some things. She can't talk to anyone. Cecil is
Well,
controlling
she
her
could
son now.
she could talk to the wife of the
Olga.
Red. Yeah, Olga.
Yeah, well, Olga is not around, is she? I think she just came around for.
Where
Olga was out of the country. Olga just came around.
Olga is in Russia. Olga is Russia. She just came to visit.
They don't have phone calls. They don't have mobile phones.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
but
different.
will you depend on Olga like that completely? You can't have just one person.
No, but at least you could talk to her about what happened without. And she already knows, is what I'm saying. But go tell somebody, not just any civilian, a civilian that was directly murdered. Well, I guess a lot of civilians were directly murdered.
I thought she and the guy were going to hook up when they went to the bar. I was just hoping that she could just get that bit of human connection with someone. But
so you think so basically what your Keck is saying here, that sex solves everything.
well, when people are grieving, they usually tend to fall into bed with each other somehow. I don't know.
Oh, is this okay?
You are speaking from experience.
Thanks for enlightening us about
your
this.
What do you mean experience?
About these behaviors.
Okay, so should we rate this one?
Yeah.
Of course.
Or unless you have any like big. Okay, Red. Oh, Red hasn't seen this one.
Yeah, I'll skip the
Let me
rating.
go with a 3.8. Enjoyed it very much. Can't wait for more.
I'll see it tonight.
Yeah, 3.5. It's good.
3.5 for me as well. 3.5.
Okay. Cool.
Enjoyed it.
Good.
Sorry.
Yes.
We have to rate those trailers. Can we go back and rate the two trailers we watched?
Okay.
Okay.
Madam Web first. Red.
Uh,
Madam Web trailer.
1.8.
1.8. Today.
2.
That more.
2.5.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it like a 2 points.
1.
No. Because honestly, I was glad to see like some of the. I was glad to see Julia Carpenter. I always liked Spider-Woman a lot. I like her costume, and I like the freckled girl that they used with her red hair. I like the look of Arachne as well. It's just so unfortunate that this is happening with Sony and they just have this. It's like they're planning. Okay, you said we don't have any superhero. I think you said, we said we don't have any DC or Marvel movie next year. But we do have this, and I think we have Craven as well. 2 really bad movies that I think are going to come from this Sony. And that being said, maybe a 2.2. I didn't think it was bad, but because I know what Sony are capable of, it's going to be shit. It's going to be shit.
Okay.
Yeah. What if trailer? 5.
4.5. I'm with 4.5.
4.5.
Don't be my first 5.
5.
Like I'm sure. Why am I even picking 4.5 for this trailer? This trailer does all the job you're supposed to do for a trailer. 5. What else is it supposed to do? 5. Yeah. 10 over 10. Let's go. I'm excited.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
So today you and I want to talk about Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Yes.
Now that Netflix offering, which is based on comic book property, or which is based on comic book.
Yeah.
Right.
So first of all, before we talk about this thing, spoilers, because there's no way to talk about Scott Pilgrim Takes Off without going into spoilers. So
yes,
if you've not watched it, at least go and watch episode 1 before you continue listening to this.
Okay, I'm gonna go on. I'm not.
No. You are already here, so that's your fault.
Honestly, it's not that deep. Yeah.
Well, it's not that deep, yeah. So I'm just warning people that are sensitive to spoilers and all of that.
Okay.
So it starts off like a retelling of the comic book, actually.
Very close. Yes.
Yeah, it follows exactly the same beat as the comic book.
Yeah. Sorry.
I watched the movies. I watched the movie and I watched the movies. Edgar Wright. I think that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Movies. I didn't watch the first one.
Just one.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
Love that film.
That
and I'll tell you something.
Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely love that film. No. I was going to say I took someone on a date to watch that movie and she didn't get it at all. Like she didn't understand why I like
up with her now.
Like, I love this film. Yeah,
that's a red flag.
It's a complete red flag. Yeah, serious red flag. That movie is for me, it's perfection.
Don't tell me you ended up marrying the person.
No. I think I don't even know if she's seen it. But the movie at the time.
Don't ever play what I just said to your wife.
So yeah. So this anime starts. It starts like a movie, like it's perfect retelling, closely, and it's nice. It's doing the anime style of the comic books.
Yes,
flowing really well until the end of the first episode, which starts with the very first fight. It's fighting the Festival X.
Yes,
and then Scott Pilgrim is apparently killed in the first episode.
Okay.
And then it disappears for the rest of the show till the end. And so the story changes completely based off that. So it's now
shifts from Scott to Ramona.
To Ramona Flowers, yeah, basically. And now the story is basically a journey to bring back Scott Pilgrim and figure out exactly what happened to him. And in doing that, it explores all the other characters, exploring their backstories, improving on it, giving all the characters a bit more depth, second chances to all the evil exes, like turning them from cartoon villains to at least not so cartoon villains.
Yeah.
For some of them, yeah. Because they're still suck as individuals, but now we get some idea and some more characterization of each and every one of them. And then we build up on that and we follow Ramona on our journey. And I think in some ways, I get what they were going for and they accomplished it. They have a lot more time to do a lot more. to do a lot more storytelling with Ramona, with the other characters. And I think
Can I ask a
almost all
question?
characters develop from this year.
Can I ask a question here?
Yes.
Ramona,
Yes.
is this the person playing Ramona in this series? Is
Yes.
she as likable as the one in the film?
It's the
I
same
think so.
person.
Huh?
They're all the same characters. They're all
No.
voicing the same
No.
people.
Oh wait. This is animated.
So I
The
couldn't.
yes.
Hell,
Oh,
their
right,
names are all
okay.
there.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Are they all the same? Because I see their
They're
names.
all the same.
Like,
Yeah.
Michael Sarah, their names are all there. Okay.
They're all voicing their characters in the animation.
So, okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. So they made so you can imagine a TV animated show where you're trying to get people like as big as Chris Evans.
Yeah.
People have gone all this way to come and voice characters and Anna Kendrick and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So they do a lot with this. Like they dedicate it some episodes to it of the secret of the X's and and expand a bit more on their storytelling, like expand a bit more on what it means to each character, and it really works. All the side characters get development, even the rest of the band. From what's her name again?
Young
and Young Neil.
Yeah,
They get some very absurd storytelling going on along the way, and it's for that on that level it really works, and I'm really proud of what they did. Like I enjoyed that up until the last two episodes where we get back Scott Pilgrim and we figure out exactly what happened. And this is where I had an issue, and I'm not sure Keck, if you had the same issue with me with the
I
show.
will tell you something. The final episode, there is a boss battle that I completely zoned out of.
I hated that boss battle.
Completely zoned out of this anime style. That's those fights that I just like. It went on for maybe 5 minutes, and I can see maybe 6 of those 5 minutes. I wasn't there. I was.
And for me, it wasn't just the battle, because I think most of the battles I didn't really care about like that, but it was even why they were fighting the battle and what that battle actually represents. It was badly done. So while every other character in this show gets developed, gets more enriched, I think Scott Pilgrim himself is made less.
Okay.
And because apparently, I'm not sure how much you are invested in watching this show or how much you're invested in spoilers like that. But apparently, the entire plot of this show is Scott Pilgrim in the future, 35 years from now, gets divorced from Ramona Flowers, and he decides to go back in time to prevent themselves from meeting because of the pain he felt then.
A broken heart,
Because he has a broken heart.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's the whole plot is to prevent them from meeting again. And then at some point, he decides to train. This is the old Scott Pilgrim, a 35-year-old man, decides to train for 10 years alone to become strong enough to beat up everybody in the past. And so I'm like,
it sounds silly. But it's even sillier watching it.
Yes.
I mean, and it's so the one thing we establish is that these are a bunch of early 20-something-year-olds, and they're all in one way or another in their own way fucked up.
Yeah.
Either they are layabouts, or they are emotionally unavailable, or they are not focused, or they are scrubs, living off their, they all just have one hang up or another, or not emotionally mature. But this kind of takes it really far, because Scott is now a grown-up in this anime. Scott is now a grown-up person who's like in his 30s, and he still hasn't matured. And he and his wife are separated and going through a divorce. Now, the sensible thing would be to try to get back, and he's still desperately in love with her. The sensible thing would be try to win her back, but instead he gets a couple of geniuses that he knows to build a time machine so he can go back in time and prevent his younger self from falling in love with his wife. I mean, even by stupid and convoluted and stupid, silly standards, this is like really taking the piss. So this is quite poorly done in terms of the end resolution.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a silly series, which I love, but this just didn't make sense at all.
And if the entire show was completely silly, this won't stand out as much. But the entire show was about taking these previously silly characters and giving them a bit more depth. And then the titular main character is the one you choose to regress on. And I'm like, you could have chosen any other way. You could have done any, like, even the idea of him going to the future to meet his future self, if you've casted a different villain, you could have at least shown, have the Scott
Yeah,
Pilgrim himself develop in some ways in the future or something. But
it's
making
weird.
him worse,
The
and this is a
villain of
grown
his own
own
story.
story. It's like,
Weird.
nah, this is wrong. This is wrong.
It's
You
weird.
shouldn't do this kind of thing for a year. But all and all, from beginning up until then, I had a great time with the character, with all the other characters. Like, one more thing I would say that I noticed was missing was his sister. I don't know if because they couldn't
Never.
get Anna Kendrick
Yeah.
available for the
Never.
this thing, but it was complete. Like, your brother died and she's nowhere to be found throughout the entire story until like one random phone call where she's passing gossip with somebody else about something completely different.
She's in.
So,
She's in like maybe 2, 3
so
scenes. She's at the
yeah,
funeral and maybe 1 or 2 other places. Oh, Scott's alive. I think at the concert as well, but she's just not in it enough, but which is fine. His roommate Wallace, played by Kieran Culkin, absolute brilliant, brilliant star. Brandon Routh came back as the vegan boyfriend,
Oh,
the vegan ex-boyfriend.
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's if you enjoy the movie, then this is will appeal to your sensibilities. Um, Crazy, stupid, silly action. Chris Evans' skateboarding character is back. This
and
time
it's
he
going
has
to
a
be
whole lot more to do. He has like paparazzi, ninja paparazzi,
Oh
following him
yeah,
everywhere. It's quite funny, but you have to be in tune with that kind of what you're
silliness.
watching. Yeah, that kind
yeah.
of silliness. I enjoyed it. I think it only took me like maybe less than a day to finish it. So it
Same.
does
So how many episodes are we talking here?
8 episodes.
episodes.
Okay, like what about how many each? Half an hour each? Something like that.
Well, half an hour to 40 minutes, I think.
40
But
minutes thereabouts.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
yeah,
about 40
it's a
minutes.
good watch. A really good
Yeah.
watch overall, except for the ending and then the teaser for season 2, which, well, I'm ignoring. But I think it's, if you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim, this is a love letter to
Scott
Scott Pilgrim
Pilgrim.
fans. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly what I think it is.
Mm.
I think it's a love letter to Scott, and I love the development of somebody who I thought got a little bit of shaft in the movie, Roberta Flowers. Like she undergoes a lot of character development and maturity in this episode in this series. She's the
Excellent.
star. Like we start with her
Okay.
Yeah.
almost all of the episodes. I think 7 of the episodes. She dyes her hair different colors each day,
Yeah.
and yeah. So it's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it transforms her from the tropey
Yeah.
magic pixie girl to an actual character, and
Yeah.
we get why she is, like, we get her depth, we get her, even though why she's trying to solve the murder of one guy she went on one date with. It's weird. I mean,
Sparks.
I mean, when you
Yeah,
think about
Sparks.
it too deeply, you only went out with this guy once, and
Yeah,
that's
don't think.
all.
Yeah. It's not that kind of. It ain't that kind of show. Just watch and
But once
enjoy
you
it.
ignore that, the entire show works.
Yeah.
So
There
I
was one
100%
thing
I
I wanted
recommend it.
to. Oh yeah, I do. I recommend it as well. I want to. So before we go to race this today, does this mean this? I mean, this clearly means that Netflix are undisputed when it comes to comic book property adaptations to TV. Because now this is what number 14. Because Red That But I did a count. I think the week he
Yeah.
didn't come and we had
Yeah.
13. So this is number 14 now. And not just that, but if I don't know if you guys have seen David Fincher's The Killer with
No,
Michael
I
Fassbender.
haven't.
I
Apparently
saw I saw that. Yeah. What do you think?
that's based on a comic book as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's based on. I've actually started reading it. It's very, 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 very different
Okay.
from
Better or worse?
not as good.
No.
The comic is
Okay.
not as good
The comic
Not as
is
good
not
as the TV show.
no, as the
Oh.
movie. Yeah, it's not as
as
good.
a movie.
Okay.
The Michael Fassbender movie is better than the comic book. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
15 now. So that's interesting. And not just like not just like the standard Marvel DC fare, but they are spreading their wings and with Image and a lot of independence. So well done.
So
I think
Sandman 2, do we have a date?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not all this money and
they are doing.
Sandman was expensive, wasn't it? I think they'll take their time, and they'll probably try and drop in the slots where they've got nothing else to boost, because they don't want to put it with something else. Yeah.
But
and remember, after they give us Sandman, they give us those episodes, those 3-4 short episodes.
Persepolis or
the Muse one. So take that time and do well.
But slowly, Netflix is slowly becoming the best at this.
Yeah.
This streaming channel we used to rag on has been the worst of the worst. But slowly they are hitting it out of the park, back to back, and I'm like, okay.
And they're gonna start streaming sports.
Are
they?
Yeah, they're planning to.
I'm not sure I've yapped them this year.
What? Did you say Premiership?
That's a sports. I mean, they might eventually get there. You don't know, this time somewhere.
I wanted to mention one thing again about Netflix. Yap them. Yes, they are. I know they're working on two things. One is the one with the Russo brothers and Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, that's her name. It's in the Electric City or something like that, which is based off a comic book as well. When I remember it, I'll tag you guys.
And Avatar.
The Russos are directing something with Millie Bobby Brown. So if you just Google that, it'll come up. The Electric something. Do you have it yet?
Electric States.
Electric States, then. Sorry, not Electric City. Yeah. So I think that's coming out on Netflix as well. Then they're doing the Incel, which is an independent comic book as well, which is a French independent comic book. I think they're doing that one as well. So more, kudos to them. Kudos to them. They are taking it seriously and they are delivering quite decent.
And they're delivering quality. So that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to rate this one? Do you want to rate Scott Pilgrim Takes Off?
Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay.
Let me give it a 7 point.
Okay.
Because I don't like the ending at all.
I understand.
The last episode, I can do without completely. I can delete that episode from my memory. But I love everything that came beforehand.
Okay.
So I'll be kind. I'll give it an 8.
Okay. So that's a 4.
Yeah.
I just want to be sure. I want to lock you to a number. I'm going to give it a 3.75.
That's fair.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. And but that end, I was just like, okay. I zoned out. I had to rewind it at the end just to make sure I didn't really miss something.
You zoned out. I was pissed. I was pissed watching the ending because it's like
why are they all fighting this dude? Like, what plan is this? How does this make sense to even you, a deranged person?
The entire plan of the bad guy. Like it's for me, it's like a visceral reaction to when you make your main character. Not, I guess wasn't the main character in this story, but when you make the character we came in loving, you're throwing back, you're regressing in such a way. It's
zero accountability.
It feels bad to watch. Like, I don't know how I can like this kind of person who says, because I'm divorcing you, I'm not going to speak to anybody for 10 years because I want to train to be powerful enough to stop us from ever meeting. And
it's stupid. I mean,
that logic, I guess it's absurd, but that logic, it's annoying.
Yeah. Because I mean, one of the things that I loved about the movie itself was, that he matures at the end.
Yes.
I think when he apologizes to the girl, like he almost gets like an extra life or something. It's like Scott.
Yeah, and it grows. It learns and it grows up.
Yeah, and it grows.
It doesn't.
It's the exact opposite, and that hurts. Okay. Yeah. Right. So yes, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Please watch. Next week. Now we promised this week that we're going to talk about something DC, something Marvel, and something Independence. But we had so many trailers and so much casting news that we've decided to push this to next week, guys. Anything that you guys want to cover before we say our goodbyes?
No, I think you got it all covered. You've done a very good job.
Quickly, I have one thing to cover. X-Men. Apparently, rumors yet, but Gail Simone will be the new X-Men writer from next year, because Marvel has run out of ideas. And yeah.
So,
And
so they run out of ideas, and they went and got the woman who caused so much trouble at DC.
I mean, it was good trouble. Everybody needed shaking up when she caused that trouble.
No,
So
it wasn't good trouble. I'm sorry. It wasn't good trouble.
I think it was. But I really don't care about X-Men going forward. So there's that.
Have you guys just to talk about not caring? Have you guys read any Spider-Man book lately?
I'm going to do it with all of them. I'm reading all of them.
The Zeb Wells one.
Yes.
It's very, very bad.
I don't know why you guys are.
I was going to say very, very good. It's very, very bad.
I don't know why you guys are still reading it.
Wait, Zeb Wells one is which one is, because is that the player one?
No, not the John Romita Jr. one. The one with the Rec Park, or whatever the name of that creature that came from Limbo is. Don't worry.
The fanboy, the Spider-Man fanboy. Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
So bad. It's so bad.
I'm enjoying Spider-Boy. Weirdly enough,
even Spider-Boy, I'm on the fence because I just haven't really gotten to know him. I just, man, he's just not doing anything for me, Spider-Man. I don't understand it. So, Hickman, in your hands, I deliver myself next year, January.
But even Hickman gods, I'm not enjoying it. I didn't enjoy it too.
Can I guys tell you something? I've not read it yet. And I'm not even gingered at all.
Just to counter these heathens, okay, I've read it and I've enjoyed it. Yeah, it's good. But the one thing, I've enjoyed it. But the thing is, this is the first issue where the comment you guys made about the first issue that it could have not been in Marvel. When you said that, guy, I didn't really. That was not my feeling. Okay, but in this issue, no, it just wasn't my feeling. But in this issue, it's very blatantly obvious. This could have been.
We're late to the class.
Can we say our goodbyes now, please?
Guys, I'll just say last thing. I didn't even God's One. I didn't really get that book. I was just like, okay.
I liked God's One. It was like a simple story. God's Two.
Was it really simple though?
It was
kind of like the structure. There was a structure that I could follow.
Okay.
But
it's book. If you read it again, you realize how simple it is. Once you read it again,
no, this too is too up in his ass in explaining and people sounding too smart for their own good. That's why I didn't like.
That's how book one was. That's genuinely how book one. I swear to you, that's how book one was. It was people. It was like having reading a whole Tony Stark book with everybody talking like Tony Stark. Like very like, oh, you didn't think about that. I think like 20 steps ahead. That's why now. And like reading a whole book of that.
So episode 2 is more of the same.
Oh, okay.
Because
episode 1, they had a goal that you could follow.
But episode 2 is almost like an origin story.
It's like episode 2, I'm just talking with another person and
it's more like an origin story of how they recruit. What do you call them? What's the center? What's half of the
Incentivars.
Incentivar. So Incentivar, yes. So thank you.
Yeah. So the wife is recruiting a new member of the Incentivar, and it's basically two of them talking about how smart they are, figuring out, you're going to show you secrets, that kind of talk, and it's goes on for the entire issue. So
sorry. I was just showing shock because I saw the score of today's match. Right. Okay. I'll talk afterwards.
North Macedonia, I showed you guys prepare me. Yeah. Okay. Let's say our goodbyes. Guys, remember to rate, like, subscribe. Naija's Geeking Out, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We be here for you. Thank you so much for listening to episode 159 today. Say your goodbyes.
Okay, sayonara, guys. See you next week.
And it's goodbye for me, and I'll see you later.